1996, so they didn't have a team prior to that, but they met in 97, 15 times since then. The most recent meeting was back in 2017, a 40-0 rout by the Ravens over the Dolphins in October of that year. Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. They go to the former Saint, Mark Ingram, and they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards on that one at a Raven first.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Two yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down. This time Jackson will throw it. It's caught, and there's the first NFL catch for Marquise Brown. That one a first down pickup of 8. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 49-yard line. Bobby McCain here, the one who brings him down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Stepping up, he'll try and run. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson, 45 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Justin Tucker for the extra point. And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is taken at the 3. Oh, what a move. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Ready? 70, Indy. 58, right there. Army. Go! Check three. He's coming. We got double up. Let's go.
Now a two-time 1,000-yard rusher for the Bears. This is Jordan Howard. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
60 or.
And now after the delay of game, they're operating behind the sticks, 2nd and 15.
Hey!
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Calais Campbell finding his way home for the sack.
2 plays so far, a run and a pass attempt, and both have gone backwards.
Probably not how they drew that up.
Not at all.
Looking for a better play coming up on 3rd. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
I'm coming after you. Hey, stand up. Check 31, check 31. Check 3, check 3, check 3. Check 13, check 13. Hey, lock it. Yeah, get it.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. It gets it into the arms of Parker, complete. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a 1st down.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They have to be thrilled with that first drive. They got him the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice and meetings talking about taking an early advantage.
And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. 20. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson, 91 yards. And the Ravens are able to show off their quick strike ability. Well, Charles, he's already proven that he's not afraid to tuck that football down on the option, and he's into the end zone for the 2nd time in the game.
And that's exactly what you need from your quarterback, the ability to run the ball fearlessly. And, in fact, many quarterbacks will tell you running the football doesn't scare them. Standing in the pocket and taking blindside hits, that's what terrifies them.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This fielded at the 2. Nifty move. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board.
Here we go. The 10-2 stop. Hey, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Five. Yep.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Completes it to the tight end, Smythe. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Let's go now. 50, plant.
Mike, 58, right there. Set the tone, defense. Set the
Yo,
tone.
yo, yo, go. Meet them.
Now back to throw. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's second down.
Marcus Peters on the coverage.
Got it.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
Let's get this, get this.
Shoot.
On the give, running right is Howard. A solid stiff arm. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. 22 yards as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter.
In as many coaches' meetings as we sit in, we hear the word finish all the time, don't we? And on that play, the back actually finished getting into the end zone, breaking the last tackle. Tried to wrap up, tried to use the proper technique, just wasn't able to get it done.
The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Now this time he'll look to throw. This will be caught by Brown. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
It's a gain of 13.
And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't
Yeah,
they?
when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
They'll try and run for it here. It's Coleman. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have.
Set, ready. Kick to Pittsburgh.
Hey, let's go. Let's go.
Hustle. Kill. Turn up. Kill.
Right back to Coleman here on 1st down. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 46.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
I'm coming after you. Here we go.
Jackson from the shotgun. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Christian Wilkins in there to drop him, and that will go in the books as the first sack of his young NFL career. Congratulations, young man. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. On 3rd down, Jackson. Flush to his right. He may try and run for this. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And maybe that one caused by the weather. Of course, the rain coming down. Charles, can you maybe, when you're carrying that football, grip it too tight in the rain?
I think that you can, and it's such a delicate balance, too, because when you grip it so tight, sometimes it'll slip out from your body. You squeeze it too hard, and it'll pop out on its own. I've actually had running backs talk to me about that when they've tried too hard, even in perfect conditions, the ball gets away from them. They've got to find that good balance, carrying it firmly, yet at the same time under control.
First down, Miami, as they get set to start the drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Second and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10.
Strong right, strong right. We got three, fellas, we got it.
Second and 10. And this is Parker, complete. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. A gain of 28 yards there, and give him a first down. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. Just they move, and they know it affects the defense because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary, and I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
Go! 60 Pittsburgh. Come on, boy. You better be ready. Don't be scared of it.
41's coming.
Look at me. Zipper.
Here we go, D. Here I come.
Hard. Ready?
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24.
Well, that's the second time he's been sacked so far in the first half. And if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so he can throw the football.
They'll set up to throw. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down.
When teams take shots at the end zone, you've got to defend it the same way you would defend the first down sticks. You defend the goal line exactly the same way. They can't cross that. You play through the receivers. And on that play, that's exactly what they did and batted it away.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. Going for it all. And this is caught by Parker for a Miami touchdown. Devontae Parker there to make the grab, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Marr now to add the extra point. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This fielded at the 2. And an alley to run. And now look at him go. throw. The 20, 10, and all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. That kick return TD is 98 yards in length, and the Ravens have taken the lead. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him, kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Back to throw here. And that is incomplete here. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
Go.
He'll look to throw. He's going to let one go deep for Parker. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
So
back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Here we go again. Here we go.
Look, squeeze.
36. Check the backer, check the backer.
You're out.
Sponge. No.
Hey, Haywood. Go.
Stay on.
Grip.
They'll look to throw here. It's complete to Grant. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. An excellent gain, 35 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. Back to throw. And he finds Parker here, complete. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Yes.
Check.
Leo.
Out of the gun, this is Howard. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 9 yards on the play there, and it'll set him up 1st and goal.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Check 41.
I'm coming for you. Yep. 5.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Well, this is caught by Williams. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal.
Sam off.
Running from the gun with Howard. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1.
Down. 50, plant. Mike, 58, right there. You must be dreaming. Hey, exit.
58's the money.
Ready?
He'll drop to throw. Toward the pylon, caught. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Devontae Parker in the final seconds of the first half as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. Short kick. It's taken to the 23. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Time here for likely one play, and then these two teams will head to the locker room all even.
And you know the play caller's just feeling it right now. Let's go ahead and go for this one. A big shot down. No. Guarantee the head coach is like, don't get crazy. Take the knee. Let's get out of here. Tie game. We'll just start all over.
That'll be taken in there by Miles Boykin. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. So we are at halftime here in the opener of the 2019 regular season. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This fielded at the 2. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Check. Lucky. Check 3.
Get it.
They'll look to throw. Brought in over the middle by Grant. The 40. He's at the 30. 10. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Jakeem Grant, 78 yards, as his guys are able to regain the lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
Tighten up. Big ass, big ass, big ass. Hey, alert 3.
On second down, Ingram. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Baltimore was the most run-heavy team in the league last year after Lamar Jackson took over as a starter. And you think about Mark Ingram. He goes from a situation where he was sharing time with Kamara in New Orleans. Now he figures to be the top guy in the Baltimore backfield. Although I guess you could say he's kind of splitting time with his quarterback, Lamar Jackson. But a great veteran presence. Mark Ingram is behind Jackson. Ingram now in his 9th NFL season. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Ready. And we got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving. Convert. Quick dash.
On second down, it's Coleman. And some space here. There he goes left side. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Tevin Coleman, 58 yards. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Tucker with the extra point, and we are all tied at 28. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And these two teams have traded touchdowns so far with their first possessions here in the third quarter, so we're right back to where we started at intermission.
Yeah, how about that? Tied at the half, tied after the first 2 drives of the third quarter, 1 for each. That tells me that someone's deep.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back, because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24.
Go.
Now Howard. And he'll take this one up to about the 13. That'll net 7 yards on the ground, but it'll leave him with a healthy distance still to go on 3rd down.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Ready?
Mike 29.
Now!
Let's get that ball right here. 29 is a Mike. Mike 29.
We ain't giving up nothing today.
29 is a Mike. Mike 29. Bend it. Bend it.
Rock it. Let's go. Be grip.
They'll drop the throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
Here's Matt Hawk now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lot behind it. Wow. And that will skip out of bounds right at about the 18-yard line.
Take over first and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown. Now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
And the Raven first down.
One play has him to the 37 here for first and 10. Running right, this is Ingram. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
41-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Here's Coleman. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
So now first and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 49-yard line.
Watch the twist.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Here we go. Run the mic. Watch one. 1 2, jet cover. 1 2, jet cover. Switch. Count.
On 2nd down, it's Coleman. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave them with some options here on 4th and inches. So here comes Justin Tucker in a big spot. This to break our fourth quarter tie. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the 4th. What a tough spot to miss a kick. Just an absolute letdown.
Look, they got themselves in the field goal range, gave them a chance to take the lead. They come up empty, and now you wonder, will their offense ever see the football again?
Yeah, because on the other side, one through the post, and this thing could be over. First down, Miami, as they get set to start the drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play. Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
Hard, hard. Hey.
That's going to set him back 5 yards. They are pushed back 5 yards by the delay of game, 2nd and 8.
Kill. 22 jet bomber. Let's go.
Again, it's Howard. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for first.
A gain of 4 brings up 3rd and 4.
Let's go. 70, Indy. Hey, Zoo. 41 Mike. 40, look at me. Zipper.
I hope you brought your lunch because I'm about to take you.
Look. Squeeze. Under 10. 5.
He'll look to throw. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Jalen Ferguson brings him down, and that's a play he's going to remember. The first sack of his NFL career. Here's Matt Hawk now as he's on to punt for Miami. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game. But this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
Slam.
They begin the drive with Coleman. And he's into the clear. He's at the 50, the 30, past the 20. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Tevin Coleman, an even 90 yards. And they are able to break the tie and move out in front here in this fourth quarter. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
Go.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Running with Howard. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
You don't want no problems. You don't want no problems with me.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
29 is the mic. Mike 29.
You don't see me in your numbers. Go.
Looking to throw. And that is incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Here's Matt Hawk now. He's been terrific so far. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
He'll have a 1st down past the 40. And a cutback right sideline. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Tevin Coleman with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns as the Ravens push further out in front. Tucker with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. First down, Miami, as they get set to start the drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base?
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Tyus Bowser came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
Let's get off the field.
Watch twist, watch twist, watch twist. Go on, go on. Under crunch, under crunch, under crunch. Hey! Get it!
They'll set up a throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, third down. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Yes, yes!
Hey, 58 is the mic. Go 58 is the mic.
Hey, hey! High 7!
Check 99. Check 99. Shoot.
Fair, fair! Now!
They're going to look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Marching in for the sack, Matthew Judon.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Yep. Hit it.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. When the rookie QB gets his first touchdown pass, that's one you put in the trophy case. First career interception, that's going to be one he wants to forget.
Yeah, and he's not going to go ask for the football, right? No. Yeah, you can keep that one. The key for him, what does he learn from it? When he watches the tape, does he have an answer right now where he already understands what mistake he made? That's what the coaches are going to want to know, and that's what they'll grill him on and see how he grows from it.
Set, hut. 60 out. When's the mic? Watch one. Watch one. Let's put him on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus.
Clock counting down toward 40 seconds as they take the knee.
It's a loss of a yard, and it's 3rd down.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
Check.
So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And, partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me in preseason? Weren't we together in preseason?
Yeah, but preseason, you know, it's preseason. This is week 1.
Oh, you're trying to say real football.
Real football.
Not preseason football where we shake down the rosters and figure out who's going to play, and maybe the starters don't play as much. Now it's the frontline guys from the first whistle.
Yeah, I tuned you out in the preseason. But now I'm listening to you. So for the Ravens, not much to complain about